Okay everybody, in today's video we're going to be looking at the Chilean Model 1895 Mauser, and this was Chile's first smokeless powder Mauser rifle, and they had bought some previous Mannlicher rifles. I believe they were Model 88s or 1886 rifles, and they had bought those, but they began to seriously look for an actual adopted Mauser rifle, or just a smokeless powder rifle, when Argentina had adopted the 1891, and they initially just wanted to adopt the 1891 Mauser, but Ludwig Lowe was in contract to not begin selling to any other South American nation until 2/3 of the contract were completed. So Chile had to wait to buy a rifle, which it's a lucky thing they did, because Spain ended up adopting the 1893 Mauser, and it had a lot of improvements over the 1891. And initially, Chile had a lot of debates about which caliber to adopt, and initially they were trying to choose between a 6.5mm bullet, a 7mm bullet, or what was in heavy consideration was adopting a 7.65 caliber, but one that was longer than the existing Argentine round. That way, Argentina could not use captured ammo, but Chile could use captured ammo if they were to get into a war. But that plan ended up not going through, and they ended up just adopting the rifle in 7mm. And it would be ordered from Ludwig Lowe. Initially, FN tried to undercut Ludwig Lowe on the prices to get the contract, but Ludwig Lowe just lowered their prices to the ones that FN had been at. And so what this is basically almost identical to the 1893 Spanish Mauser. Cock on close action, 3-position flag safety. This position's a safe disassembly position. This is safety, and over here is fire. It doesn't have a follower hold open. It has a flush 5-round magazine, chambered in 7mm Mauser. The receivers on these will be blued, and has a rear sight ladder that goes from 300 up to 2,000. And the rear sight also has a neat feature where if you adjust it up, you can get it all the way to the top, and in this position it locks, so you can have the rear sight stay in position. And also up here at the front, you have a half-length handguard underslung, and then you have your bayonet lug and cleaning rod. And the bayonet is a 1895 Chilean bayonet, which you can also use any 1891 pattern or 1893 pattern bayonet on it. Has a barleycorn sights, V-notch rear, and all in all, they would produce about, I believe, 80,000 of these. And they would also order carbines, but that's not the focus of today's video. And initially these would be being produced by Ludwig Lowe until 1898, when they had a name change, which the history of that is fairly complicated, and it's basically caused by a bunch of bureaucracy and the fact that there were multiple members in the German parliament who began to feel that because Ludwig Lowe was selling all of these high-quality, nice rifles to other countries, that they were trying to undercut the German military. So Ludwig Lowe ended up changing their name to DWM, and this is one of the DWM rifles, but it was still made in 1898, so it's still an antique. And on this side of the rifle, you can see there's a stock cartouche right here with the Chilean crest, and year is 1898. The rifles in the K block, about half of them would be made in 1898, and then after that, all of them will be made in 1899 until I believe about 1900 was when production ended. And the rifles made before the K block will all be antiques, and half the rifles on the K block will be antiques. And if you want any more information about the Chilean Mauser, the 1895, the 1935, or the 1912, check out the book History of the Mauser Rifle in Chile. And yeah, that's about all I have to say about it, so let's get into shooting it some. Alright, we're going to start out with 5 rounds of Cellar and Bellot 7mm Mauser. And sights are set for 300 and we're at 100 yards, so we might be shooting a little bit high, but 7mm is a very flat shooting round. That's all 5 of them. Okay, here's our group with the Chilean, and that is a great group out of this rifle. It's just a little bit to the right and slightly high, but other than that, that's a great group out of this rifle. Very nice shooting. Alright, now we're going to try a couple rounds with PPU 139 grain soft points. See if these have any difference in where they're hidden. And the Cellar and Bellot was 140 grain soft points. That's all 5 of them. Alright, here's our next group, and it's right in the same spot. The PPU ammo shoots pretty much exactly the same place. Another great group. Nice shooting rifle. Alright, we're going to load up another 5 rounds of the Cellar and Bellot ammo. That's all 5 of them. Alright, here's our group. And this group's a little bit wider, which I'd put that up to just the barrel getting hot on it. Because the barrel gets pretty hot pretty quick on this one. But yeah, that's another group, another good one. Okay, everybody, that's going to be it for the video. This is another really nice Chilean rifle. These are some of the best rifles out there. Chilean Mausers are just some of the nicest. And this one's, you know, no exception. They're great guns, super accurate, and still relatively affordable. The 1895s are starting to go up in price, as well as the 1912s, but you can still find them for a decent deal. But yeah, I'd say all around this is a great Mauser if you're looking for one. Just like the Swedish Mauser, just except in 7mm, slightly bigger round. And yeah, if you want to see any more of this one or any of our other Chilean guns, let us know in the comments, and we'll catch you in the next one.